the most Grand Theft Auto 5 movie ever made?
This
So
film.
I just want to start. I just want to start with a couple of things. One, I've been looking forward to picking this for basically the entire time we've
I
been
can
doing
tell.
this. Um, Two, this is a movie that is entirely great scenes with a loosely connected plot. like the scene in the strip club when he shows up to get the information about the FBI agent who's coming down on the train, and it's playing Dance Hall Days by Wang Chung through the entire thing, and I can't think about anything other than that. And
Well, he
Robbie
did the
Mueller,
rest of the soundtrack, right?
Oh,
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Robbie Muller's use of lighting in that scene is so evocative
well, let
of.
me get back to that in a second. First of all, Wang Chung, this is the first thing that struck me. Wang Chung was the official music by Wang Chung, right? These
Mhm.
guys are not as good musicians as they think they are.
No, they're not.
They're not. The entire effort is pathetic, the entire film.
Friedkin told them not to write a song called "To Live and Die in L.A." They did it anyway, played it for him. He loved it, and he shot that entire pre-credit sequence to
Oh my
highlight
God.
that song.
Jesus
Um,
Christ. That's
so
nuts.
let
Dance
me
Hall Days is a good song. To Live and Die LA is not a good
They've
song.
done a couple, they have a couple
Yeah,
bangers, but they're
but
not
you
great.
guys are
They're
missing
not great
the point.
songwriters.
So
You
I just want to I'm gonna keep going. I have a couple of more points.
Keep going, keep
and-
going.
guys
and-
supposed to
and
go first, Tad.
they're all gonna line up.
You forgot to
Um,
put your quarter
I love
down.
it. I love it.
You
They're
don't
all
put your
gonna.
quarter down in your own movie, Tad.
Yes, I can. Um, the they the this is the most everyone involved in this movie was on cocaine for the entire time.
Outside
That
Miami
I
Vice, the TV show.
maybe even more than that. Um, because there are no reasonable compromises in this film. Like this is three guys high out of their fucking minds on coke arguing with each other over and over again for the entire production. Um, and then the last one is this is part of my again unified theory of shit LA movies.
Right.
Like this is just the worst version of LA. And
That's why it's so great.
right, that's why it's so great.
Yeah.
Much like Heat, much like Collateral,
Much like Falling Down.
yeah,
This
this is
feels
just
like the same universe as Falling Down.
Repo Man. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's this whole universe of movies that exist that's just like, man, fuck LA.
I know.
Like,
I mean,
Well,
we're
if
still
you're
doing the oil
forced
well.
They're
to
definitely
shoot
using
in
the
LA,
Repo Man
that's
Behind
the
color
kind
Chris
of movie you
says it
make.
all. That's down in San
Forgetting,
Pedro.
right,
And
and
like,
the thing that I love, I mean, I love this movie 20 Ways Till Sunday, but one of the things I love about it is I think I'm the only one that grew up down there, right? And
Right.
I grew up in Laurel Canyon until sixth grade, but then till first year of high school, I was in San Gabriel Valley.
oh my
Sierra,
Lord, why?
Sierra Madre. Actually, my grade school and my junior high burned down in the Eaton fire.
Oh,
But
that. Oh,
what no one, what this movie and Repo Man and to a certain, Heat a little bit, but guys, LA is more than just a fucking beach.
that's true.
And most of what the LA basin looks
it's more than downtown
This,
too.
yeah, it's
is,
that.
and
I
that's
spent-
what
I
this
spent
movie
two-
understands this.
I spent a summer and a half in Linwood, in the middle of the fucking basin. It is featureless, nothing except the Wiener Schnitzel on Imperial. You can walk out there and get
And
a
I
hot
think
dog and
that
come
this
back.
movie, I mean, even the night scenes, just with refiner, it's like the beginning of Blade Runner, right?
Hold
Like
it. Behind Chris, that purple sky, that is a unique LA phenomenon. Purple
Or
sunsets.
or
Well, it used to
They
be.
say the
or
fucking smog is the
It's
fucking
all
reason we have
particulate.
such
It's all
beautiful
particulate.
fucking
It's
sunsets.
It's beautiful.
goddamn motherfucker.
I know, right? So,
even though the Wang Chung shit, which you guys are dunking on, I mean,
thank you. We are.
well, but hold on though. What Wang Chung was like wanted so badly to be the police, and I think that's one of the reasons why
Oh
they
yeah.
but their sound is so perfectly 1984 and 1985 that it just adds to everything about this movie that it's like a perfect fucking encapsulation of
I don't think they
Los
make the
Angeles
movie. I don't think
culture
that.
in the
I don't
mid
think they.
80s.
I don't think they make the movie worse. I just think it adds to the.
I think it's
This is a shitty.
I think
This is a
it's-
shitty LA movie.
Yes,
And
or the 80s.
welcome to
It's
shitty
it's a
LA.
shitty 80s movie,
But
basically.
every you know
and
all
I'm
these
not,
bad bands have one. I think Dance Hall Days is a legitimately
Days-
good song.
I have been listening
And-
to Dance Hall Days on repeat today.
But there's
It's a
there's
legitimately good song, and but
There's
the
a
rest of their
video, too.
catalog is really pretty weak, and they're the music
Sure,
in
but
this
there's
is
a
really
motif
cheesy.
that
Wait,
keeps
hold on.
running.
Before you knock these guys down, everybody have fun tonight. Everybody, Wang Chung
Tonight, yeah.
Thank you. I just want to make sure that
But
everyone
there's
knows
one
that.
good music cue which they run over the credits, which is that sort of like driving no vocal thing. That's actually really good. There's a couple of non-vocal music cues that play during this movie that I actually think are really good. By the way, fucking Robbie Mueller, like
No, the opening sequence with the limos and like that stuff
All
with
that shit's
that music
good.
playing. That thing is, Robbie Mueller was actually setting my retinas on fire because his stuff was so amazingly bright and colorful. Robbie
but that-
Mueller just went nuts in this film. He went great,
it
completely
is so gloriously overlit and
oversaturated.
But then-
Everything.
But we watched Paris, Texas, which he shot. We watched American Friend, which he shot, and he also did Repo Man, and they all kind of have the same grainy, weirdly
Super saturated.
vibe.
But he really hit Paris, Texas is just on another level.
I know it is.
Well,
Like,
but this,
finally
so
settled
I
down.
will say that this does a little bit feel like him doing Dante Spinotti. Like,
Oh, that's very
Also
astute.
shot
That is
Heat.
very astute, Tad.
Didn't he
Well, the
shoot-
interesting thing is he's working with different directors for all those movies that Chris
Right.
just mentioned. So
they
he's
all-
getting different things from,
Yeah.
Wim Wenders being probably the most artistic auteur of that of the directors he's worked with.
Right.
So you're getting Paris, Texas, I mean, he's good always, but you're getting different.
well, and Spinotti mostly worked with Michael Mann for
Right.
the early part of his career, but Mann just let him go crazy with color. And like, I understand why there's a rumor, which is not true, that Michael Mann sued Friedkin over this movie, and it's like, no, they were friends. Like,
Good, because
But it very much is like Diet Michael Mann.
this is like sugared up Michael Mann.
Yeah, it's like Michael Mann light but mixed with it's like wannabe Michael Mann mixed with I don't know
Yeah,
something else, like
but there's no one to root for in this movie. Really.
no, everyone's a piece of shit.
I mean, and also, I mean, the fact that they kill off the
No,
protagonist.
I stop right there. I have
I
two
like the
things,
judge.
two things to say about that. First of all, William Peterson as the protagonist, he is like a sugared up junior from high school with his pop collar and his incredible energy and jumping off things. Like watching him work is hysterical because he is uncontrollable.
The scene where in the airport where he runs along the middle of
right?
the walkway, like I don't know very many actors who would do something like
That's
that.
the thing.
Like,
He wasn't supposed to, and he got in trouble because he
he's
told
a-
him to do
he's
it.
a strange actor.
Peterson told or Friedkin was like, I'm gonna tell you not to do that. Do it.
And he
Like,
did. And also, I just want to say that this is, Tad, you brought me something unique. This is a standard, like, buddy cop movie from the 80s, right? Near the end, they fucking killed the protagonist. Kill him
And the
fucking
studio-
dead
and the
in
studio-
the face with a shotgun.
and the studio made them reshoot it.
Oh, we're gonna get to that in a second.
And Friedkin was able to talk them into leaving it as it was.
But they,
and like,
but they shot the alternate ending, which I will put in the episode because it's so fascinating. They're in Alaska, and he's like, instead of getting shot in the face, he gets shot in the shoulder, so he's okay at point blank range of the shotgun. So at the end, it's like it's just completely insane. But yeah,
You hadn't seen this, Scott.
no, I've never seen this film before. This was like Vertigo. It's like sorry, it's like Psycho. Protagonist, no protagonist. Now
Dead.
what's going to happen? And
Yeah.
it's like,
now the brother from Mad About You is in charge of the movie.
yes, and he does. He takes total charge.
And takes on personality traits of Chance after
Well, he turns
dies.
into an asshole too.
Yeah,
Right.
it's weird because it's like
Although,
it's
did
a for him.
anybody else, and I still don't get it, right after he looks at the girl and says, "You work for me now," there's that 5-second shot of him behind the wheel of that pickup truck.
I
Sort
don't
of
get
just
that
like
either. I
parking
didn't
the
get that
car,
I
and
have
then
no
the
idea.
credit. What is that?
I have no
It's-
idea.
I still don't
It's-
know.
it's Chance's truck.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But still, it's like
He has become Chance. Like that's the point of the end of this movie is he's now that guy.
yeah, I think it's a tag that probably was unnecessary, especially
Yeah.
the abruptness of the cut and then rolling right into credits, and then you get all the way to the end of the credits, and they've got that shot of William Peterson's face again from earlier.
Uh-huh.
You said this is sort of loosely held together. It is. It meanders. It's a bit unfocused, but I mean, there's a lot of great eye candy. The fucking car chase is still one of the best.
Which Muller didn't shoot, by the way.
No, he didn't know how to.
No, that was Buddy
and-
Rooker, right?
Right, who then goes on to be Wes Anderson's DP for a lot of stuff.
That's right.
Like
I felt in the car chase, which was spectacular, going the wrong way in a freeway, was Friedkin saying,
but he's not going the wrong way down the freeway. That's the cars are going the wrong way down the freeway. They're on opposite sides.
Yeah, but either way, it's Friedkin saying, "You like the car chase in French Connection? Watch this."
And he specifically did that because of that. Like that.
Well, that's
that
what
was,
I kept. Or this movie is so 80s. It's like Uber 8. It's like 80s,
Oh, it's
80s.
Uber
It's
80s.
so
Oh my
80s.
god!
And I kept. I mean, I honestly like. I'll talk about the. I wish you would have just sent like an MP4. But anyway, I watched this movie a long time ago. I didn't get to watch it this time, so I forget some of it. But I kept like, why Friedkin does such cool gritty work in the 70s, and then here's this like polished looking. Granted, it looks great because the cinematography is good, but I kept wanting that frenetic. Like, why isn't he going gritty? Why isn't he going dirty?
You want that new American cinema thing, right?
Like he's too influenced by the 80s. Yeah, he's too influenced by the 80s here. Like he could have made another French Connection type of thing.
Once again, cocaine.
Yeah,
but also, Jared, just to remind you, there was this dead period for him.
Yeah,
this was him coming back.
Yeah,
after like about a 4 or 5 year period.
Yeah, and he's probably like, I need a hit. And was this a hit?
No.
Unfortunately,
it's shitty.
This movie got left to fucking rot by the studio, and
I thought of
he went over budget by $1 million.
But now it's kind of like a cult favorite.
Yes,
it is.
Yes,
yeah. But
also, because of weirdos like me and Chris.
Also, Babyface here, amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I rented this out of curiosity a couple of years ago. Yeah, for
Friedkin
what
happened to Willem?
I didn't do much.
Mr. Lighthouse.
Poor guy.
Never heard of him. Never heard of.
He was such a big. This is around time of Streets of Fire too.
Well,
never heard of
right?
Lieutenant Goblin Jesus.
There you go.
Well, he did Platoon like the next year.
Yeah,
Lieutenant Goblin Jesus.
Right. But he did the Streets of Fire the year before.
Yes, he did.
So biker Lieutenant Goblin Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, who else? Scott, you're the only one that hadn't seen this before?
I've never seen it before. It was amazing, and thank you, Tag. It was the ending justified all the weird shit that happened beforehand, because I want to be surprised. I want to see a film where it's like, what the fuck just happened? I reran that him getting killed 3 times because it's like, oh, this is cool. He killed his protagonist. Yes.
Well, then it's not even a long drawn out death.
It was just bang, it made the film
done.
Feel normal. That's the thing. It felt like a normal thing that happens to cops. You know what I mean?
Bang, done, dead.
Yeah.
And then the next and the only follow-up
it's like the guy at the beginning in the dumpster.
Right. The only follow-up that you have to that after that is the blood on Pankow's pants, and then him showing up at Ruth's house and being like, "Did they tell you he's dead?" Like, that's it. That's all he gets.
Oh,
like
I'm gonna give
system grinded him up and threw him out, and they're done.
I'm gonna give Friedkin a lot of credit for doing an amazing job in terms of like just kind of expressing like this ultimate, like almost like an orange juice concentrate buddy movie, but a cop buddy movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like everything's concentrated. Everything is like happening super fast. But
you have to add a lot of water to get it.
Yeah, pretty much. That make it normal. That water, exactly.
I think it's just
powder,
the guy
which is a double meaning.
There is not one woman in this film who keeps her clothes on the entire time. Not one.
Nope.
It's Friedkin. That's where I kind of lose him a little bit.
William Friedkin learned about the Bechdel test and went, "What if I went the opposite direction?
Yeah,
What if none of them have names
Exactly
or
right.
characteristics? Like
Let's
I'm
make
just
all the women decorative and whorish.
I
Let's
had
do
two of them confused with each other. It was like that obscure object of desire.
However, what happens at the end of the film? The two women go off together
Mhm.
Which
with
is
the
nice.
with the money.
Right.
Of
So
course.
they're just going to move to Vegas and like open a small shop that sells like tchotchkes and
Or sex toys.
Did the other
Yeah.
olds recognize the dark-haired girl from as Fraser's girlfriend from?
That's Jane Leaves.
yep.
Or
Oh my God.
No,
And they misspelled her name in the
I know,
credits.
L.A.
Niles. Sorry, not Fraser's.
No,
Niles.
that's Daphne Moon. That's Niles. That's Fraser's
Yes.
housekeeper.
And they misspelled her name in the credits.
I bet you that's a real. I bet you that's a real spelling that she changed it later when she got her TV career going.
Nope.
No, other way around.
Yeah.
Oh,
They just misspelled her name in the credits because again,
and
Friedkin
she
didn't,
just stuck with it.
Friedkin didn't care.
but it turned into a sentence. Jane leaves.
Yeah.
The end.
No, like it's amazing that like, oh, we've got sitcom actors here.
I was
you
watching it.
know?
It's like, wait, that's Jane leaves. This is fun. We're having. It's like early career shit. Willem Dafoe, early career.
I believe this is her first credited role.
I think so. At least in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then again, Pankow, who goes on to be on 11 season of Mad About You or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's just buck wild. Peterson, of course, goes on to be on CSI.
That's right.
Dean Stockwell. This revitalizes
Blue Velvet.
this revitalizes his career,
he's bumped and he goes Blue Velvet, and after that he gets to Quantum Leap.
Well,
Yeah.
he did Dune a year or two earlier, but
Yeah, but that's a small.
but
role.
his career he would that like that's on the
Paris,
downslope.
Texas is the same year as this one, right?
Ah, okay.
no,
That's
Paris,
right.
Texas is 84 or
Oh,
3.
Robbie Mueller is a busy guy, man.
Yeah.
He was for a brief little burst there.
Uh-huh.
Robbie Mueller is just a German who's in love with the American Southwest and LA.
Yeah, like all good Germans.
Honestly,
Yeah.
watching,
We love the
so is Wim
cowboys
Wenders.
and the open plains
Yeah, of
and
course.
and the Monument Valley. Yeah, we love that.
Do you know that they have a place where the cars are just sticking out of the ground? You can just go see the cars sticking out.
Not
of
just
the ground.
cars. Cadillacs.
Cadillacs.
Cadillacs, yes.
Are we?
They have a large dinosaur.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jim, do a corner, man.
I feel like Jared actually needs
Jared, do a corner.
Yeah. do
Well,
a corner,
I
Jared.
watched it a while ago, and I like I said, I couldn't get that file, so
Jared,
but I did see it 2 years ago, and I liked it.
Okay.
You know, and I mean, I thought it wasn't his best movie, but it's fun.
No,
and
it's not.
not his best.
It's
fucking
so
great.
fucking coked up. It's wonderful.
It's cool to watch Willem Dafoe and be crazy, and yeah, it's
Okay,
fun.
And so many people are naked in this movie.
Oh
I-
my
like,
God!
There
I
is
saw- I
so
saw
much
William
nudity.
Peterson's Ding Dong. It's like I don't know what to think about that, man.
I know what to think about it, but anyway.
Yeah, I think it's a fun movie. I like it.
All right,
It was a stunt.
now
cock.
we're in Jim's corner. Take it, Jim.
Yeah, when I saw him burning the painting, I said, "Oh, I've seen this movie before."
Oh,
And when you saw him-
really,
And then
I
when you saw him
really
trying to
didn't-
burn Paul Reiser's brother, you were like, I definitely saw this movie
I-
before.
But it should
Yeah,
be
but
Paul
it was
Reiser.
interesting
Oh,
because I didn't remember much of it. I mean, I remembered that it was about counterfeiting, and I sort of remembered John Turturro's part because
Oh,
I found
Babyface
that
too, right?
interesting.
Babyface Turo.
Mhm.
Turo.
Yeah,
Can't go
and
wrong.
he's sort of recreating his part as look into your heart there. And,
Oh, a little
Look
bit.
into your
little bit,
heart.
little
the
bit.
scene where he fucks up William Peterson in the hospital
Yes.
is great.
Yes,
It's
it
Like,
is.
nicely
he's-
done. That also surprised me.
Yeah, no, William Peterson gets fucked up constantly in this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
like he's just a shithead, and the movie
Yeah.
is just like, well, fuck him up, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, and
We
eventually
could do
shoot him.
We could actually do an hour on this movie in terms of the arc of the whole thing and how fucked up it is and how like it destroys itself as it goes until the end. where it completely destroys
Yeah,
itself.
it's just I don't think it's as good as some of Friedkin's other movies.
No, it's not the
and,
French
not,
Connection.
it's not The Exorcist. It's
It's
not
not The Exorcist.
French
and
Connection
it's
is
not
torture.
Ronin.
It's not really.
Mhm.
It's not even Ronin. I'll give you that.
Ronin is
That's Frankenheimer.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Frankenheimer. Sorry.
Okay, either way.
But William
Better,
But it
Peterson
isn't.
better car chases.
All right, Jim, finish it up.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Fuck it. All right. Okay. Show of hands. Show of fingers.
I like it.
I love
Dude,
it.
I can't thank you enough for exposing me to this crazy fucking movie, man. It was great.
And again, I've probably played Grand Theft Auto more than any other video game in my life, and this movie is so Grand Theft Auto.